could say it's a drive-in movie. It's like a little theater in here. So.
Right. I don't know. I'd ask a honey, you want to come to the drive-in? And it's just my room. And she's like, she's a little disappointed, but not enough for her to leave.
It's fair.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
What's the last movie you watched on it?
Last movie? I haven't been watching a lot of movies. I watch a lot of like Law and Order. I watch, that's what I've been hooked on lately, actually. I watched like 5 seasons of Law and Order the last month. So that's
respectable for sure. SVU or just regular
SVU?
Law and Order?
SVU.
Because there's a difference. There is
a difference. I tried to.
Now I'd say
I couldn't.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a Criminal Minds fan a little bit over.
I tried to get into it. I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I just think the characters might be more lovable.
That's your opinion.
Thank you. And you're allowed to have yours. No telling, though. I haven't watched both.
Yeah, I've watched both, and I'm telling you that Law and Order is better.
Well, that's your opinion.
I've seen them both, though. I'm just saying I've seen them both. So.
Right.
It is what it is.
You ever watch Kitchen Nightmares? Gordon Ramsay? Yeah.
No.
Bro, you need to watch that. I've been hooked for like the last 2 weeks on that.
What's it on?
It's on Hulu.
Okay, I might have to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has potential for you to be a true fan.
No, for real.
I am good at, I am a cook now. Like I cook a lot.
Stop. I was about to ask you this. Do you remember that? Well, clearly you do. There was a time when you were going live on Instagram and you were cooking.
That was last year.
Mm-hmm.
I was cooking in my dorm, cooking pancakes.
Yeah. What happened to these things? Because I was personally, I was invested in these moments.
Right.
Just not much to do at University of Charleston in Middle Hall dorm. So
right.
It's more like just start cooking.
Right. No, I get it. I just think you took a long enough hiatus. You might need to bring it back.
Right.
I probably should.
Because from your perspective, you might not be able to see the joy that it gave people, but somebody like me, I can watch you cook it. It really made me happy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I
now tell me if I'm wrong. Did you set a smoke alarm off one time? I feel like you did. I really feel like you did, and it was on live. Maybe I dreamt about it after watching it.
We set one off at Southeast Missouri State with a microwave.
Well, that could have been. I don't know if we were on Instagram Live though. Well,
I don't know if it was on Instagram Live. Very well could have been. I hope they're not listening.
How did you set it off with a microwave?
Yeah, it was a microwave. It was a community microwave, actually. So I hope they're not listening because they don't know it was us who just filed out.
Right. But, I mean, it sounds like you really ruined something for the community, though.
That we did. We probably ruined a lot of things over there for a lot of people.
I mean, because what you microwave after that is tasting burnt. What were you even microwaving for it to smoke up like that?
Just couldn't tell you.
No telling us.
It wasn't me. It was my teammate. But we were all sitting around it. Like we were just sitting in the hall. All of a sudden, smoke just was pouring everywhere, and we're all just
from the microwave
like everybody else. They're asking what's happening. I'm asking them what's going on. What's happening?
You got to play that part where you're like, wait, what happened? Even though you know exactly what happened.
Exactly.
Right.
Everybody's all mad, staring outside on the street. I'm like, I'm trying to act mad too. Like, man, who did this? Like, when I find out who did this, it's going down.
Who was it? Fire alarm get pulled?
I don't know. It was just all of a sudden all the lights started going off, and we just got out of there.
I mean, I'd say it did then.
It's a lot of things that went down over there.
No, that's something good to talk about, though. Like, what's the difference between your experience at Southeast Missouri State and where you're at now?
The difference, the biggest difference is just like the school setting, like because here it's like probably 10 times smaller than SEMO. So like when you're out like on campus and stuff, you don't see, like you might see the same person every single day here at Charleston. SEMO, you're going to see somebody different. You know, you have all different types of like groups of like clubs and like groups of people that you hang out with. Like, so, I mean, here it's just a lot smaller. Like, you know what? It's like Greenville. It's like Greenville High School. So,
right.
Okay.
but the basketball is very similar. So, yeah.
So why do you think that is? Like, was SEMO's program not up to par, or is Charleston's just better in terms of like D2?
No, Charleston's like a very like, you know, they're a top of the line D2, you know, in terms of basketball. In terms of all of sports here, like we win the Commissioner's Cup the last few years, which is like when you have like when you're ranked in the top 1 or 2 in like every sport. So like soccer, we just lost in the national championship here. Softball's been good. Baseball won the conference. So like all the sports are good here. But like I don't know, it's just I wasn't even thinking like in terms of like skill and everything. But in terms of basketball, though, it's like it's basketball. So like you go to practice every day, you lift every day. So it's in that terms, it's the same type of stuff you're doing, whether I'm at SEMO or I'm here. So the biggest thing is just like outside of basketball, it's just you just kind of hang out with your team and then just kick it with them. Other than that, at SEMO, you could have so many different people like outside of basketball, like in the community and stuff like that. Like for different like different clubs, and you know, you get to meet like the fraternity people, like just eating and lunch at the student union. So, but here it's just, you know, you're more to yourself now. But.
Right. But when we do apply it to basketball, like in terms of the pace of play, do you feel like it's really similar between SEMO and Charleston?
The pace of play, like, so it's weird though. Like here, like we play like a real slow offense, like probably one of the slowest in the country. To where like we walk it up the court, you know, we run a set every single play. SEMO is more. I mean, we didn't play too fast, but it was definitely more like sporadic, more athletic plays and stuff. Like we have the athletes on our team now here at Charleston, but it's a lot more just slowed down. But so really funny though, our conferences. So we're in the Mountain East Conference, so it's like a whole bunch of schools in West Virginia, like, you know, West Liberty, Fairmont State, Glenville State. They're all like top 10, top 5 in the nation in scoring. So like our conference is the top scoring conference in America, and like we're in the top 2 or 3 the last few years, and we're the lowest scoring kind of. So it's weird. But yeah.
So I mean,
I don't know
just college basketball.
I feel like it did.
Yeah, did it? Okay.
Yeah, like college basketball in general is pretty like. I mean, obviously, I've experience at the D3 level, and you can like the pace of play is pretty similar. Like teams can play fast at any level, and it looks like too fast, I guess. But also, like the teams that slow it down, you can definitely tell because that's also transparent across all 3 levels.
Yeah, and I kind of felt that when we went to your Heidelberg game, Noah. Like I've been to a couple Wright State games this year, and I just felt like the difference between D1 and D3 didn't look astronomical. Like just the way that you guys played and the quickness was like, it felt like watching that game you could compete with somebody like Wright State, who's a D1 team, right? Which, you know, may or may not be the case, but it felt like it just watching a game.
Yeah. Isaiah, what's the fastest, like, what's a team you played where, like, you were just like, you can't keep up with these guys, either at SEMO or, I have a feeling I know what you're going to say, but at SEMO or at Charleston?
Nah. Well, at Charleston, just right off the bat, it's not even, it's West Liberty, but, you know, they're, like, top scoring in the country, you know, every year. I don't know if you can hear my dog outside. He's down there barking. But
yeah, we wanted him to be a part of this.
He can't be trusted in here right now. So, but yeah, West Liberty, just because they play like such a like they press on a miss or a make. So you make a shot, they don't even run back on defense. They just turn around and find their man, like, and then on a miss they're still pressing. So in terms of they're not, it's not even that they're fast though. It's just like they're there. Like they're just in your face right away. You know what I mean?
They're just better.
Yeah, they're just menaces. They're just menaces.
Right.
I hate them, but I respect them a lot.
Yeah.
You know? But Asimo though, it's so different though. Division I, Division II basketball. Maybe it's just like the conference that I'm in here. Like you would think that in terms of the pace of play, like you were talking about earlier, like you would think that the pace of play would be so much faster at Division I. But maybe it's just because I'm in the Mountain East Conference. Like the pace of play is so much faster here at Charleston in this conference. Like
Really?
Division I, like everything's just a slower pace. Like not that many people are pressing. If it is a press, it's not a press to like try and get a lot of steals. It's more like just to slow you down, like just run a little clock off the shot clock, you know. But Division I, I'm trying to think who's the fastest team we played. I mean, that year when Murray State, when they had John Morant, they had Jonathan Stark. I think he graduated, but they had like Shaq Buchanan. Like all those guys are playing for Memphis Grizzlies and Memphis Hustle. So that team, as soon as they got a miss, Ja was pushing it, and they had people running the lane.
Oh, I'm sure.
You had to watch.
I'm sure.
So Murray State.
I mean, you see what's going on with him now.
Yeah.
Right. He's an MVP candidate. I mean, like,
right.
Would you say he's the best player you've ever played against?
Ja, yeah, he's the best. I'm trying to think. Yep, probably. Ja's the best. I'm trying to think though, because we played Ohio State. EJ Liddell was really good when we played Ohio State.
Yeah.
But in terms of like just, if EJ Liddell was at Murray State, it would have been a lot crazier, you know. But Ja's definitely. You can see it now though, like his track record now in the NBA. He's the best player.
Right. Oh, without a doubt.
But the crazy thing is though, like I knew he was good his freshman year. Like we were in the same grade, so like I saw him his freshman year, and his team was so loaded his freshman year. Like they had another guy who went to the Timberwolves, and they were all his name was Jonathan Stark, and they were all talking about him the whole time. And then the next year, he just like I think he played like Alabama or Auburn or something like that, and he just went crazy like the first 1 or 2 games, and I was like, man, we're about to see him here in a couple weeks. It's gonna be crazy. But
you had to play him twice, right?
Well, we played him home every year. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like people might put too much emphasis on the D1, D2, and D3, or where the line is drawn, because I feel like those lines can be really blurred with like, especially you saying like you play a lot faster pace of play down at D2 than you did at D1. And I don't know. I just don't think it matters as much as people look at it.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is like I'm trying to say how to word this. Like the competition, like as a whole. So if you're going to have a Division II, like we're going to have players that are, if you think of overall ratings, like in 2K, we're going to have 95s and 97s, and then we're going to have in D2 we're going to have some 65s and some 64s. So I feel like if you take a whole like a team average, so D2s is going to be like a B, you know what I mean?
Right.
But you're still going to have Division I players at the Division II level, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Like all the good teams are going to have like 1 or 2, maybe even 3 Division I players, you know what I mean? When in terms of Division I, you're going to have some 95s, and then you're going to have some 85s and some 75s. But as a whole, it's all going to add up to like A-, you know? So that's cause every Division III, they're going to have a Division II player on the team, all good teams, or even a Division I. So like all the first team, all MEC, my conference is all, I think all of them except for 1 or 2 are all transferring D1. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Right. And that's kind of unique to just today in general with how frequently players are transferring. So, I mean, I don't know if you've seen, there's 1,000 plus in both D1 and D2 transferring players.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's just insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like, people want to say, like, they're not.
I mean, you did it.
I did
you
transfer.
transferred D1 to D2.
Yeah. I mean, mine was more of like coaching change. So when I had a coaching change, I just wanted to, like, I felt loyal to Coach Ray. Like, that was my coach at SEMO. So I was like, he hadn't really found a spot yet at that time. So I was like, he actually ended up being he's the assistant at Colorado right now. But at the time, I was like, I respected him as a coach. So I was like, I didn't know what was coming next. So that's why I ended up transferring. I found a good spot here, just through like different coaches that I knew. They were recommending me here and stuff like that. But yeah, like the loyalty, like people get mad at kids for transferring. You know what I mean? And saying they're not loyal to the school and stuff like that. But nobody gets mad at the coach at St. Peter's that just went to the Elite Eight and just went out. Where did he go? Seton Hall.
Seton Hall.
So nobody's gonna get mad at him for leaving and transferring up.
No, that's real.
Nobody's gonna get mad at. But people are gonna get mad at, say that some guy at West Virginia,
like Tanner Holt.
Yeah, the guy he's from Wright State, right?
Wright State.
But they're gonna get
transferring
mad
to Ohio State.
Yeah, they're gonna get mad at him for doing the same thing. So that's what I feel like. You got to do what's best for yourself.
Right. Without a doubt. And I feel like that's a important thought to have because, like, you know, a coach can do it and nobody bats an eye, but a player does. You got to make the decision that's best for yourself, you know? Right. And that's just what you got to do at the end of the day.
Yeah. So I mean, I enjoy the transfer portal. I feel like it's great. Not everybody agrees.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a good concept to have.
It's tough for high schoolers now, though, because everybody wants transfers like right away. So that's why my cousin actually he's definitely a D1, high D2 like player. But
Davon,
and he's going prep.
Yeah, Davon. He's going to a JUCO in Texas. So a really good JUCO.
Yeah, okay.
Just it's not even his fault. Like he's that level type player, but he's what a lot of high school.
No, he's absolutely a scholarship player.
Yeah, a scholarship.
And he just can't find one.
Yep. So because everybody wants to compete right now, and they want JUCO guys, they want transfers. You know, so it's tough.
Yeah, I didn't even know that's what the scene looked like now.
Yeah.
But he definitely, like, playing with him back in the day, I feel like he definitely had that potential to be a real deal. So, like, I'm not surprised that he is.
He's been killing. He was killing.
Good, man.
He got hurt his last AAU season. So, like, I think if he wouldn't have got hurt, he would have like had Division I, Division II. But just I don't think he played his last AAU season. But he killed this year in his last high school season. But it's just with all the transfers and stuff. But yeah, he's gonna do well at the JUCO and end up somewhere. So.
Yeah, that's exciting, man.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for him. Hopefully, I can.
Without a doubt.
Now that I'm done, I'm gonna go down and try and watch him play a little bit. Now I've never seen him play in like a real game. So.
Right, I hope you get to do that. And like, man, I remember playing with him at the Y and stuff when we were young, or at least we were young. Yeah, man. So what's up with the basketball camp? What's like your future plans with that? I feel like that's a good lead into it. Investing in the kids. Yeah.
So I hope to, or I don't know my plans right now. Like I hope to be home this summer. I just don't know what I'm quite doing next year yet. But my plans as of right now, I'm going home this summer. I'm going to continue doing my training stuff on the side like that. And hopefully at the end of the summer, have my my basketball camp. Have some of my teammates come down and help me do that. And hopefully, I'm trying to get a little better location. I do appreciate the Gettysburg School for everything that they've done for me. No shots towards the Gettysburg School, but I would love to have a little bit better location. If not, I'll take the Gettysburg School for sure. But we'll have that going at the end of the year.
Good deal, man. Yeah, I think you can land a better location, but you know, and like without even asking the two of them, we would help out with anything you needed, just as far as, so that would be great. I was just curious about the future of that and if you wanted to keep doing it.
Oh yeah, I want to try and do that. As long as I'm in the area, I would love to keep doing that. Like,
right.
So my goal was like, as I like got older and like, make more money, of course, I wanted to be able to eventually just have it for free, like everything for free. So I just get a couple sponsors, bring some food over there, bring some Gatorades, get t-shirts. That's what I did last year. I had sponsors for the food, the t-shirts, and something else, and I just put them on. I told them I was going to put their name on the back of the shirt, and then they got free advertising, and then we got the free drinks and wristbands and all that stuff. So, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. I mean, it's like, it is a kids camp. Like, it just sucks as a parent, I'm sure, to have to like pay for something like that. And it would be a great thing to offer that for free, especially in our area. Like, I mean, and with your stature too, people would obviously jump to support you, and they would love to have their kids be taught basketball by you and your colleagues.
Right. Come on. Yeah, you're preaching right there, Noah. I don't know if it makes sense to anybody else, but like knowing you are the perfect figure for that. Not even by your basketball skill or whatever. I just feel like you're a good teacher, bro. Right. I really feel like that.
Good teacher. I enjoy like work. Like you guys know, like I love working out and like in terms of basketball and like strength and conditioning, all that stuff. So I love all that. Like I always wanted to be a basketball trainer. Like even if that's on the side, like my real job, I always love all that stuff. So to me, like beginning, like when I started, it wasn't even a job for me. Like I was just having fun.
Yeah.
It is a job for the littler kids a little bit, but the older kids, I enjoy.
Right. No, that's true.
I enjoy doing all that, but yeah, man.
So what is your job going to be? Do you want to coach? What do you want to do? It's getting close.
It's here. And I don't.
Right.
And the
it's real right now.
I just don't know. That's the crazy thing.
And that's okay, man.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to figure out here within the next month. Like I've been meeting with different. I just don't know a career path really. I have some ideas. Like I've been thinking like real estate type things, different sales. I feel like I can sell stuff, But if I've thought about coaching as well, but that's the thing. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't think there's any pressure to have it
trying to play
out
overseas, and then it was. I don't know. I can still have that in my back pocket. I don't know.
It's a lot.
It is a lot because my major is communications, and I'm in a leadership master's program. So what am I supposed to? You know what I mean? I can do anything, which is a blessing and a curse. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not an accountant, so somebody would just tell me what to do sometimes. But
yeah, no, I mean you'll figure it out for yourself. At the end of the day, we're still all young, figuring it out. But yeah man, it is a blessing that you have many options or something you can look at, and I feel like you're a driven enough person that it's just going to turn out right.
I'm going to make it work. I'm an entrepreneur.
Without a doubt. Oh, look at him. I love that. But this summer, man.
Easy money.
Easy money. Until he dies.
I didn't get that.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Something like that.
Something like that. No, but this summer, man, we're going to have to, if you're home, we're going to have to work on some kind of thing together. We want to do a backpack drive at the beginning of the school year. And just try and like hand out school supplies and book bags and stuff like that. Just because there's more than you think of families in need here in Greenville, Ohio alone. So like, we just want to give back as much as we can. And I feel like you're on that same wave as far as you want the basketball camp to be free. And like, you got to give back to what built you.
For sure. I love that. I saw you guys. Would you guys raise a bunch of money to send kids to DC?
Yeah.
Or what'd you guys do?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was for the DC trip.
Okay, yeah, I saw I saw that. What is that? A couple months ago. Yeah, I really like that. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, I mean, just stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd definitely be
Right.
I'll definitely help out with that for sure.
Good,
But
man.
yeah, that's
But yeah,
another
there's
thing
so
with,
many.
with the camp though. I wanted to like. I feel like if I started, because Greenville basketball is terrible right now. To be quite honest with you, like that's no, there's nobody's, there's people's fault, but it's like it's just bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not just the coach's fault. It's not just the players' fault. Not just the parents' fault. It's not just the faculty's fault. It's everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's why I've been like, I feel like the camp, if I bring the camp like every year, and I feel like if I can grow it, like it'll like gain interest for younger kids, like to start hooping. Because I remember going to the camps when I was younger. The I used to play in the YMCA league. I don't know if you guys played in the YMCA league. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
I don't even know if they have it now. They don't have it anymore, do they?
I don't think so. At least it's not like what it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be competitive.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah, and it used to be people from all around, not just Greenville. You know, you'd have some wherever coming to the Dark County YMCA to play. So
right, I don't know if kids still go there. We used to go there every day after.
No, but
like 7 o'clock.
I think that's like a man, playing in that old backcourt in the Y.
Yeah,
man, what a place.
Court. We used to play side
Born
courts.
and raised there, man.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, we'll never forget the buckets in the middle of the court.
Oh, that's true. While it was,
Were you guys old enough to be down in the gym downstairs to where you could jump off the wall and dunk it?
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's where I used to play in the YMCA league, was in that little gym.
Yeah, the little gym.
Same.
But yeah, it got old enough you could bounce off that wall and dunk it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, it was the same way when we were at the junior high while it was still up. If you were tall enough, you could jump off the wall and dunk at junior high.
Yeah,
that's one of the coolest gyms in Ohio. But they tore it down.
Yeah.
It's one of the it really is.
That's one of the best home court advantages I've ever seen.
For real. No corner.
Come on.
It's slippery.
No corner threes is slippery. The fans are right on top of you. You got the
right.
The balcony,
the cages.
The cages on the window. You think you're going to go play at the Dark County Correctional Facility. You know?
Right. You're playing in jail, brother.
Right.
No, but the fans used to have people rattled when they were up on that balcony.
Yeah.
Second floor gym, you're right. Yeah. But, I mean, I remember girls' volleyball games. We used to be menaces
girls
on
basketball.
that balcony.
Girls basketball.
Yeah,
all of it.
Into those.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
Dude, we were crazy. Parents hated us.
No, we got some parent altercations for sure. But you're right. No, that is a legendary gym. And, like, although it was run down, that's what made it that much better. The locker rooms, brother, you went down into a dungeon to get your halftime speech.
I thought you were going to die down there.
That's my favorite gym. And then the student section of high school.
Now that I think about it.
Our student section of high school was good as well. Like my sophomore year, when they had the stage school, when we won the GWAC that year. And
it was crazy.
Can we talk about those years?
We were in 8th grade that year.
Because that Trotwood game to win the North was actually the most electric basketball game I've ever been at, and I'm serious. And I've been to a lot of basketball games in my life, but that was in a Greenville gym against Trotwood, and the most electric thing I've ever been a part of, for real.
I can't. To be honest, I can't even remember. All I remember is hitting a 3, somewhere to like tie it or put us up by 3. That's all I remember.
Tabes had an insane game that game.
Did he?
I think he had like 25 or 26. And Clay also had 20 plus. And it was just insane.
Yeah.
I think Cody Preston might have hit like a baseline jumper that like actually won it.
If it was Cody Preston, it had to be a corner 3.
Yeah,
he had that on.
Yeah.
He barely jumped and just flicked that hoe, and
corner
it went
specialist.
In every time.
I think we went in overtime, didn't we?
Yeah.
Was that overtime?
I don't know.
I think
it was for
sure overtime.
I think Ballsball and Preston fouled out, and I was playing the center. I was playing the 5 in overtime. I'm pretty sure.
You know, you might be right because I'm pretty sure AJ like played a significant amount of minutes in that game.
Did he? I don't.
AJ Friends.
I just remember Ball fouled out, and I think Cody fouled out. And I think we were just playing. So we were playing the zone.
Yeah.
And I was playing in the middle of the zone, just standing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My memory is just being in the stands, and like not much can get a Greenville crowd really electric, but that game did. I mean, people were on their feet. Like, it was wild.
That and the
it was fun to
Versailles
watch.
games.
The Versailles games were something different too.
All right, do you guys remember? I know Simeon does. The Kyle Arns dunk took off from like 3 feet outside the lane.
Yeah.
Ball sets up for a charge. Arns posterizes him, and then the ref calls a charge.
Yeah, I remember it clearly.
That's the most insane dunk I've ever seen.
I walked out of the gym. I remember.
Right.
I was on the stage and took a walk because I didn't believe what I had just seen.
They called a charge.
Right.
But to be honest with you,
Yeah,
they called a charge.
Yeah, they called it a
but
charge.
here's the thing: wasn't it not a charge?
No, I think it was a charge.
It probably was, honestly.
I feel like you and I have had this discussion, Noah, where we were like, it wasn't a charge.
He beat him to the spot. I remember he beat him to the spot, and he couldn't have taken a better charge.
Really crazy though.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
and that game was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
See, I can't.
Do you remember it, Isaiah?
I can't remember some of these games. Like, I guess I don't know. I just can't remember.
What is a game that you remember
In high school?
Yeah,
I feel like I blacked out so many games. Like I just don't remember. Like I remember the Sydney game.
I feel like it's a lot harder when you're playing the Sydney game we lost in.
Yeah, we lost all 3 my senior year. All 3. I remember.
Yeah,
I remember both.
Andre hit a buzzer beater on at
He
home.
came up and under, hit that buzzer beater layup from the baseline
on Aaron.
Was it on Aaron?
That was a nightmare to watch.
He had like 49, 39.
It was on Aaron.
And then at home, I just remember I really blacked out that game because I remember like I had to sit down because I had a layup, I got a steal, hit a pull up 3 just in transition, and then I got another steal and layup, and I was just like the crowd was going crazy. I had to sit down. Like I was the most hyped ever.
Also, side note, that was my first career start.
It was.
I don't know if you guys remember that.
Did you hit?
No, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Did you hit?
No, I shot 2. I missed them both.
Oh, okay.
This guy's memory is impeccable.
Yeah.
But I also Isaiah Bowser shot a left-handed layup. Missed it horribly. It like slipped out of his hands, but I stuffed him with my left hand and like sent it to the wall. It looked cool, but it was not a block by any means. It just slipped out of his hands and I swatted it.
Sometimes you just got to take credit for something like that.
They had a real.
I mean, really, you should have never said that.
You shouldn't have.
No,
Say what, Isaiah?
They had a really athletic team, like in terms of like.
Oh yeah.
Like that for like 2 or 3 years, they had like how many Division I, Division II athletes did they have? Like 6, 7.
I mean, they had at least 3 in their starting lineup: Andre, Taborn, and Bowser, and then Josiah plays at Walsh football.
That's Division II.
So that's D2. But
He was UC football though, right? Or no, that was Vandalia Cat. What's his name?
Yeah, BJ.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Bryant Johnson.
That's not who we're here to talk about.
Ratez, I'm actually not sure what Ratez did, but he easily could have played in college if he didn't.
Yeah, no doubt. He was a menace, really.
But they were mad athletic.
Oh yeah.
That was a good.
And to have to play that class in some games was just.
That was probably.
Yeah, Andre scored 49 on us.
Yeah, he did.
Our senior year.
At some point, like you gotta start fouling or something. I don't know. I gave up 40 to him too.
Right.
So I can't.
You
say.
got to decide, like.
I gave up 40 to him.
Yeah, but it's not like.
I wasn't guarding him.
That's not like a bad give up. You know what? He's gonna get his.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't guarding him either.
That was Peter.
Not my fault. Oh, it's not my fault either.
Who was guarding him?
You boys.
Vikey.
No one, clearly. He had 40.
Mikey and Ethan.
Yeah, nobody.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he was hard to guard.
Bro, do you remember that dunk you had, Isaiah? I think it was against Troy, maybe.
Which
I think it was against Troy. I just remember you went up super high, and I was just like, no.
Well,
I'm pretty sure you had it posted somewhere.
You dunked again on. You have a dunk from that Sydney game that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Where the celebration was so crazy from me and Van Horn on the bench that we took like 6 of the seats out. And it was me and Coach Joseph and Aaron were talking about this the other day. It was right out of a timeout. We were bringing the ball up.
Yeah.
Somebody, I think it was probably Aaron, set a high screen for you, and you came off down the lane, and just the gym exploded.
Yeah.
Was
and
that the left-handed?
Timeout.
You said what?
I don't
think that
know
was a
if it was
left-handed
with the left or not.
No, it was with. I went off the screen. No, I rejected the screen. So I was supposed to go off left, and then I crossed over.
Yeah.
And went and dunked it with my right hand. But the crazy thing is, though, it was off a free throw. We were coming out of timeout, I think, for the free throw. I think it was 1-on-1.
Right.
And I got the rebound and just started walking with it. So they should have called a travel on it. I took like 3 steps. Right.
Yes, that's what we said. You traveled.
I traveled.
Yes,
I
we were
got the
talking
ball,
about
like
that.
3 steps, and then I was like, "Oh, it's 1-on-1." I started dribbling, and then I just went down.
We need to find that film somehow.
Right. Let's get that
I have
clip.
it somewhere. I got a post. I have a poster of that dunk in my room at home in Greenville. So
That's awesome.
Really?
right above my bed.
You show that to your kids and say, "Hey, this is me traveling.
I'm about to sell it on eBay.
This is me committing an uncalled traveling." I would
sign
be the one to buy it on
I want
eBay.
to sign it and take it down to the Dark County auction someday.
Take it to the auction house.
Okay.
Oh, you'll see me in the stands, and I will be your highest bidder because I need that.
Oh yeah, I'll give it to you for free.
So you're not gonna make me pay for it?
Nah, I feel like you're a loyal fan, so.
I mean, that's real love. That's real. I am a huge fan. I'll be honest.
No,
I'm not afraid to say it.
Fan of me.
Now listen, Isaiah. I don't mean to change any subject on you, but are you aware and have you thought between the time of this happening and now that you and I really got in a real car accident together?
we did.
Do you remember this?
Yeah,
We
because I thought
did.
you would try to. We were going to the fairgrounds to set something up, weren't we?
Come on, it was cheer competition. Let me set
we
the
had to
scene.
set
Let me
that
paint let me paint a picture for you. Somehow Sean, his stepdad, was involved. But and we were like at basketball camp or something for the kids, invest in the youth, And we were like having to set up the cheer competition, and we went there, we did it. And I'm pretty sure, tell me if I'm wrong, the character with you was AJ Friends?
No,
or no, AJ Bowers.
No,
Was it not?
Noah helped.
Oh, it was Noah Houghton.
It was Noah.
You're right. Thank you for the clarification. But I just remember we're down Schweitzer Street, like fakely racing. And you just tried to get in front of me, and I'm still going fast. I'm in a truck.
Yeah.
He's in his Toyota Avalon.
Yeah.
And I just smashed right into the back.
No, because I was following him, but we were kind of like racing a little bit. And I was kind of following you because I didn't know how to get there, and I thought you were gonna take this shortcut like behind. It was like behind Vince Chicken, or something like that.
Okay.
And I was in the left lane, and it was like 2 lanes, so I was in the left lane, and you were in the right lane. And I thought you were slowing down. I thought you were gonna take that thing, and then I just took a right turn from the left lane, crossed over his lane, and he swiped me. And I remember sitting in the Vince parking lot, trying to get the dent out of my car. That was one of
Right, he's up under the car like this, like pushing into the back, trying to get the dent out.
I got out though.
Oh
it just
man!
popped out.
So you thought I was just gonna it popped out perfectly. You really thought I was gonna just whip it around the Vince building like that was possible?
I did. I thought there was like a shortcut back to the horse corral barn or something. That's exactly something you would do though.
That is like me to just have a shortcut for no reason.
Just a shortcut through Vince Chicken.
Right. Yeah. But I just wanted to bring that up because I still think about it sometimes, but I haven't talked to you about it in years.
I try to forget it. But
Bro, now I got to bring up something. Do you remember that Western Michigan visit?
yeah, you just came on the last minute.
Yeah, and the players thought I was there for a visit.
Yeah,
like we were in the locker room. The coaches were like, "Oh, it was really good to meet you." Like all this shit.
I saw. I was just like talking to him. I think I was just talking to you in study hall or something. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going up to Western Michigan for a visit." I was like, "You want to come?" He's like, "Yeah." And then he actually called me like after school or something. He's like, "Yeah, my dad said I could come." Or Sean said I could come. I called my dad. And I was like, "Hey, Des is coming." He's like, "Des who?" I was like, "Des, you know Des." So then we just rode up all together. It was a good game, actually. That was when they had two good guards. No,
that was named CJ or something.
No, they played Central Michigan. That's when Central Michigan.
Yeah, they were playing Central Michigan.
Yeah, and they had those two really
the leading
good
scorer.
Yeah, the little two tiny guards. But yeah, that was a good game.
Mm-hmm. No, that was a really good game.
Never offered me, so we went all the way up.
Yeah, I remember you said that.
They're lost, brother.
Yeah,
right.
I just find it hilarious that they were hitting up Des like, "Hey man, nice to see you at the visit."
In
like
the locker room.
Players are giving him daps, like thinking he's going there, and it's really about you.
Right.
Des was more like interactive with them than me, probably. I think Des was like going around shaking everybody's hands, giving them hugs.
Right.
He
knew he wasn't in position to get there.
I did forget about that. That's one thing I did forget.
That was so funny. Like, coaches sitting there shaking my hands, like, "It was great meeting you, man."
You know what's
way too funny?
I'm just thinking about like the college visits and stuff. I remember. No, you guys might have been there. We had VMI, their D1 school down in Virginia Military Institute or something like that. It's a D1 down in Virginia. And they were coming up to watch me work out. And this was when Coach Joseph was here. It was my senior year. And we had to like run. Like we did all that conditioning and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Coach made us run all the way to the driving range and back. That's like a good 6 miles. Isn't it? 5?
Yeah. No, that I'd say it's close to 2.5 there, 2.5 back. 5 sounds reasonable.
That's a good 5K, at least.
Oh yeah. Right. No, 5K is 3.2. That's a good 5 miles. You weren't lying.
Yeah, and look, I wanted to win, so I think I won. But I'm like, I got to work out for this coach. This coach that came all the way from Virginia. Don't watch me.
Right.
I just remember I was good. Like I remember everything, and then 10 minutes in, I was done. I was like,
just gassed. Coach from Virginia's like, this guy's pathetic.
Yeah. I didn't want to go.
You had a few schools come watch you.
You said what?
You had Air Force came and watched you once, right?
Yeah, Air Force.
I remember that.
Kennesaw State.
VMI.
Because I remember the practice that Kennesaw State came to was before the Sydney game that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
And I was lighting everybody up that practice. And that's why I started.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously huge confident boost for me. Like I just lit everyone up in front of this college coach, but obviously here I am today. Retired from college basketball at 21.
Hey man, aren't we all?
Right.
I don't know. I still feel like sometimes I could, just walk on somewhere.
But I could not. I'm so cheeks.
You could walk on here for sure.
Oh, you talking to me?
I'm so serious. Like, we got so many walk-ons. You could walk on here for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's just about like that energy that I would bring. It's not even about the basketball I'm playing.
Loves
just needs that. Listen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I have to pee so bad, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Keep talking.
I'm gonna have to pee here soon too, but I'll be all right now.
All right. All right. Well, once Sim gets back, we're gonna. So we have this little thing that we want to do. We're gonna draft a no varsity lineup.
Okay.
So here's the rules. So assuming your NBA and 2K knowledge is general at least, we're going to each pick 5 players.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a snake draft.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the first pick since you're the guest.
Okay.
But you're only choosing, so there's no rules on eras or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to be obscure NBA players. So
Non-starters.
not all-stars, not a starter, but like a guy that like you would just play with on 2K or something like that, and you just see him and you're like, yeah, it's an inside joke to yourself.
I got one off the bat.
All right, so we'll do it snake draft. So the order is gonna be, you're gonna pick first.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick second. Des will pick third, and then Sim will pick both fourth and fifth, and we'll reverse the order back.
So
and
are
you'll
we
get
actually
2
trying
picks.
to get like starting 5, like a point guard, shooting guard?
So you don't have to, but if you want to, you can. Okay. So yeah. So and it can be from any era, any team. It just like, if it's an all-star, then he's not
obscure.
Like, so basically like a meme player.
Okay.
So there's a lot of guys I could say. I won't, but basically just meme NBA players.
Okay.
Right.
So you have the first pick. Whenever you have your first one,
Meme NBA.
You're up.
Brian Scalabrine.
Oh my!
Okay.
I needed him for my team. That's cold of
He's
you.
at the 4.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right. So I have myself as the second pick. I'm gonna go with the classic Luke Richard and Mbah a Moute.
Okay. Respectable.
I didn't know
as
there was
anybody
memes.
would pick. I mean, you can only meme so many players. But you know what I was just thinking about in the bathroom, not to interrupt? You guys know the Ferdinand?
What do you mean?
The Bowl?
Like Franz Ferdinand?
No, like Ferdinand the Bowl, the book.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure he was a Gable.
Like, as in his last name was Gable?
I think he was a gay bull.
Oh.
Bro.
Good one. All right, let's pick third.
All right, so
Let's
my
get away
pick.
from that.
Des, you're up.
All right. Honestly, I'm gonna have to have Pablo Prigioni at the 1.
Of course. I mean,
Yeah, I knew that's who you're going to go with,
Mhm.
if I'm being honest.
that
I have
pick is
to at the
verified
1.
by the Lord.
All right, Sim, you're up. You got 2 picks.
I have 2. Okay, I'm
And
going
then
to
we're
take...
back to Des.
Are we assigning positions?
Yes.
I think they're
Sounds like it
trying
at this
to,
point.
so.
I'm going to take Hito Turgaloo.
Bro, I was gonna
that's a
say
good
that.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna
I'm
say
gonna
that.
take him, and I'm going to run him at the 3.
Okay.
All right.
So now, let me ask this. It can't be a known player next?
I mean, it can be known, but who are you going with? If
Hold
this
on.
is, pick who
Hold
you
on.
want.
We're muting ourselves.
What's going on?
The lineup's
that
not
deep.
going to be judged based on how good the lineup is.
I feel like it's not that deep.
It's going to be judged based on. It's not at all. But it's just going to be
Okay.
which lineup's the funniest.
I am going to take... Now, this is a controversial pick, but
All
I'm
right.
going to take Raymond Felton at the 1.
That's a good pick.
It's a good pick.
All right,
All
so
right,
it's my
Des.
turn.
Yeah, you got
I'm-
your second one.
I'm gonna have to have Andrea Bargnani at the 4.
Oh, that's good.
Is he picking on Knicks? Did Bargnani play for the Knicks?
Yeah, for like
did
2
play for the
years, and he
Knicks.
broke his elbow.
Nice.
All right, my second pick. I'm gonna go with also the team that I'm a fan of, and I'm gonna pick Brandon Bass.
You feel like that's obscure?
Yes, I mostly because of his name, like Brandon Bass. Like that's just a funny name.
No, it is. It's a funny name. I have a
All right,
Brandon
Isaiah,
that I would pick.
You got two. You got two picks right here.
So I had Brian Scalabrine at the 4. Can I move him to the 3?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay. I'm going to take Boban.
Okay,
Marjanovic.
That's a good.
And I'm putting him at the 5.
Marjanovic.
We're gonna
And
take
then- That's a
Bobby
good
at
pick.
center. That's a good pick.
And then at the 4, I just slipped my mind. I had somebody in my mind. I should have wrote it down. I am going to take... Who should I take? Do I need shooters? I think I need more shooting. I'm going to take Steve Novak at the 4. Sorry, Dennis.
No.
Oh, that's
This man
you
has
just stole a
I
Des
have,
pick.
I have an autographed basketball from Steve Novak.
I love Steve Novak.
Bro, I swear on my life,
That's a great
I have
pick.
an autographed
That's
ball.
a great pick.
So he's at the 4.
All right.
Okay, that's
All right.
solid.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so I'm going to go. There's a couple directions I could go here.
Yeah, you could.
So I have. I'm thinking. I definitely need if we're gonna go with lineups, I definitely need a guard. So I'm going to go with Shannon Brown.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's my turn.
So the only reason I would define him as obscure, he wasn't really that good, but he was really athletic, and he had that one dunk that got called as goaltending, where he like hit his head on the backboard, and
Right.
J.R. Smith and all them had that crazy reaction.
Right, which is a classic
Anyways.
clip. And I just feel like his name being Shannon really helps
Shannon.
out in the factor that he's a little wild and obscure and out there.
Yes, exactly. All right,
Right.
Des, you're up.
This might be a crazy pick. I got Kwame Brown at the 5.
that's a
Stop.
good
I was
pick.
going to take that. That was my next pick. That was my next pick. Dead on.
Kwame Brown.
No,
That's a
Kwame
good
Brown
pick.
is needed.
It was a good pick.
That's a big meme pick right there for sure. All right, Sim, you're up with 2.
With 2.
You on mine?
Yep, you got 2 picks.
What if I'm trying
What?
to make people... Okay, listen. This is who I need for my small forward pick. I need Lazar Hayward at the 3. Now, my lineup's important. So quickly, I have Hito Turkoglu at the 4, Raymond Felton at the 1, and I got Lazar Hayward at the 3. So now I'm feeling big guy. See, this is controversial. I want to go with Birdman at the 5, even though we could be playing small. But is that obscure? Because he is quite a legend. Okay, I'm going to take Birdman.
He's quite an obscure legend, though, I would say. Like,
right.
His just presence is so, like, naturally weird. So,
right. But he did
definitely fitting.
He had real importance on those Heat teams, so that's why I was
That's true.
borderline. Like, is he obscure or is he like really?
But he
valuable?
wasn't a star. He wasn't
that's
a
true.
star.
Oh,
So.
I mean, he could have been. He was a star in just the way that he is, but he was outshined a little bit. But you got to look at his team.
Yeah.
Very outshined.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Des, you're up.
I think I'm going to have to take Al Farouk Aminu at the 3.
That's a good pick.
That's a
good
great pick. Yeah, I like that one. Al Farouk.
All right. So I got a 2. I can put Mba Mute at the 3, Brandon Bass at the 4. I'm gonna pick my 5 here, and I'm gonna go with Bismack Biyombo.
Okay.
He is also another one borderline like not obscure, but because he is good, but I think his name itself just counts.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for the big again. I'm gonna move Steve Novak to the 2.
Okay.
Scalabrini is at the 3.
Okay.
Boban
Okay.
is still at the 5. And for my new four, I'm gonna take Big Baby Davis.
Okay.
Okay.
My man Glenn,
Davis.
can we talk about something for a second? There was a season he had with the Clippers where he was really obese. And I just have to ask, like, how was he allowed to play in the NBA while being actually kind of fat?
He can move, man.
He could.
He could move.
Not to discredit him as a player, but it was like you look at this guy and you just don't think he's an NBA player. You think he's more of a dad.
Yeah.
Right.
So do I have one more pick?
Yeah, you got one more pick.
So I really need a ball handler right now. I don't have a ball handler.
That's what I'm thinking.
I really wanted to get another big.
Let's go big lineup.
I wanted to take Zydrunas Ilgauskas, but I'm not going to take him. I'm going to take a more practical ball handler. He was actually really good, JJ Barea.
Okay.
That's
That's
about
a
as
good one.
obscure as point guards get, though.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to take JJ Barea. So I got JJ Barea bringing up the ball. Steve Novak, Scalabrini spotted up in the corners, and a Horns pick and roll. JJ Barea can go over Boban or Big Baby Davis.
Yeah. You really got something cooking there. He might have the lineup. Mine, I will say right now, is absolutely bonkers.
I just had one and I lost it, and it was really good.
When you put Raymond Felton on your team, you're bound to lose.
Boobie Gibson with
All right.
pick 2.
All right.
Ruby
So
Gibson.
I'm going to go. I don't know. There's a few guys I'm considering. And it just so happens that they were both the first, like the 2 picks immediately before Steph Curry.
Really?
So I think I'm gonna go with pick number 6 of that draft and say Ricky Rubio.
Hey, that is not a bad pick at all.
Not at all. Not at
Ricky
all.
Rubio, like he's just known for
right. He'll
his
protect
name,
that ball
Ricky
for
Rubio. Rolls off the tongue.
Right, it really does.
No doubt.
It really does.
No doubt.
All right, Des.
Right. I think to fill out my roster, at the 2, I got Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's a solid name.
It is.
Solid pick.
Michael the Kid Gilchrist.
The kid.
All right, Sim. Last pick.
All right. I think for my last pick, what we're going to do is we're going to put Gorgie Dang at the 5.
I forgot about him.
I think that's what we're going to do. Gorgie Dang at the 5. We're playing a little bit of
I don't
small
even know
ball,
how to
but
spell his name.
it's awkward. I will say that. I think it's Gorgui.
D-I-E-N-G.
Yep.
It's like
That's right.
Gorgui, but no matter how his name is spelled, he's an asset to my team. We're playing small ball, but it's going to work out. It's really going to work out. So we're taking him at the 5, and that's my final pick.
Okay.
All right. I'll go through the lineups for us real quick.
You got them listed out?
Yep. So, Isaiah at the 1 with JJ Barea, moving Steve Novak to the 2, Scalabrini running the 3, White Mamba.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
At the 4, Big Baby Glenn Davis, and at the 5, Boban.
What a lineup, really.
That's a good lineup.
That is a
right
good
there.
one.
that is.
Ronnie Turioff coming off the bench.
All right. So my lineup has Ricky Rubio at the 1, Shannon Brown at the 2, Luke Richard and Bahamute at the 3, Brandon Bass at the 4, Bismack Biyombo at the 5.
Okay.
A lot of B's in that lineup right there.
No, you're right.
All right. Dez has Pablo Prigioni, the oldest rookie of all time.
Of all time, he was
might
36.
add.
He was 36.
Also, like, born into the Coke Empire? Am I wrong? Is that him, or is that might be JJ Barea?
I don't remember.
No, Pablo
Birdman.
Prigioni sounds like a more correct answer to that.
No, it's not Birdman. Get out of here. Get out of here. There is one NBA player that was born like super rich into the Coke empire. I think it's JJ Barea, actually.
I think it's
I have
JJ
no
Barea.
idea.
But I
JJ Barea
digress.
is. Anyways, so Dez has a huge lineup. Pablo Prigioni at the 1, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist at the 2, Al-Farouq Aminu at the 3, Andrea Bargnani at the 4, and Kwame Brown at the 5.
Okay.
Yeah. And my 6th man is Mario Hezonja.
All right, Sims lineup has Raymond Felton at the 1. How are you running this? Lazar Hayward at the 2, Sim?
No, we were going to go Lazar Hayward at the 3. Who did I have at the 2?
Hito Turkoglu at the 2.
No,
your lineup's also
I had
big.
Hito at the 4.
But you picked Chris Anderson and Gorgie Dang.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No. So move Lazar Hayward up to the 2. That's what I meant to do.
Yeah.
Because his ball handling is actually incredible, and he's, over the years since his retirement, has become a better shooter.
So we got Raymond Felton at the 1, Lazar Hayward at the 2, Hito Turkoglu at the 3, Chris Anderson, Birdman, and Gorgie Dang interchangeable at the 4 and 5.
Right. That interchangeable is a huge point. So, I mean, I think it's at this point we have to ask ourselves who won in that lineup.
I don't know. I mean, I think Isaiah's lineup is pretty good.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
But if we're going on who whose lineup is the most fun, I think we're going to have to give it to me.
It is Dez is pretty funny too.
No, I like mine.
Yeah,
He's got Al-Farouq Aminu, Kwame Brown, and Pablo Prigioni.
And who'd you say coming off the bench?
Mario Hezonja.
Mario Hezonja.
There's some importance there. At some point, we're going to have to really draw these up and create a visual. I don't know how we'd decide who wins ever.
Right?
Send
them out, let them play.
I mean, there can be a part 2 to this.
Yeah, for sure.
Lovely, then.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at that point, it really comes down to the skill of the 2K player.
Right.
Not if I give it to Big Baby Davis at 15 feet.
Right. But, you think
time.
he's nasty from 15 feet?
15 and in.
Oh, you know who I should have gone
put a
with?
muffin on the rim, it's over.
Who was, he sees that muffin, he's going for it. Who was, like, one of the greatest mid-range shooters ever? He used to play for the Pacers, and he was also kind of chubby. Bald head.
What?
You're not talking about Danny Granger, are you?
No, I'm talking about David Washington, maybe?
David West.
David West.
Oh, I was like, David Washington.
His, other than like Dirk Nowitzki, his little post free throw line jumper was nasty.
No, yeah.
Especially on 2K. Mm-hmm. I should have taken him and then, well, no, where would I have played him? The 2?
Right.
Don't worry. We'll have more opportunities.
Yeah, you're right.
Rip Hamilton.
No, it's just
Rip Hamilton.
That's a real good pick.
Yeah.
I mean, but at this point, I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight over my lineup.
No, I get that.
It's
for
all
sure.
Right. All right. Well, does anyone have anything to add?
Oh, yeah. Isaiah, will you be in Greenville in June?
I should be. I plan on being there in June, yes.
That 3-on-3 basketball tourney we're having?
That.
You're going to have to get a squad together.
I'll give me a squad.
Get you a squad together.
You know, I'm about to put it together a team right now. I'm calling Balls Boy. He's coming from Iowa, and I'm calling Pollitz.
Do it.
Tim Pollitz.
That's a line.
He wants Big Tim?
I want Big Tim.
He wants Tim Berland himself?
Mm-hmm. I want Big Tim in his
wild.
jeans and his
That's
college.
a dangerous lineup.
Yeah. No, that's a huge draft. We're almost, at this point, I'm almost going to have to veto that because that team is not being beat. Are you kidding me?
And I got Freighty.
You got either Tim or Isaiah bringing it up the court. You got who off the bench?
Frazee. Is that his name?
Did you say Frazee?
Yeah, Frazee.
Crazy.
Crazy
Going
Frazee?
Yeah.
Crazy Frazee off the bench.
I got Crazy Frazee
You're
off the bench.
wild for that.
Travis Grooms coming off the bench too. Shout out my boy.
That would actually be a good team.
That's my.
That would actually be a good team.
Be a good team.
I love everybody on that team.
I mean,
our team chemistry would be great.
Chemistry would be unmatched. But I will say this: if you don't get a team and you still want to be there, which I mean, I would hope you would, you can announce with me. I feel like you'd be a great co-host.
Do I get like a mic on the court?
Yeah, it's either a mic on the court or we're going to set up a courtside table and me or you we're going to play-by-play it.
I might be a DJ if you guys need a DJ.
Well, we will need somebody on the ones and twos now that I think about it, so that might have to be the ones and twos.
Hey, whatever you want to do, playing, contributing, whatever, the invite is
right
out.
For sure.
No, but I didn't even know DJ Easy Money was a thing. Are you doing that now? Or you just kind of pick that up as this conversation
tournament?
Hey, you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
And I'd love to start in
the
park.
Yeah,
right. Is that where it's at?
It's where it all started.
Yeah, it is where it's at.
It's where it all started. We're gonna bring it full circle, and yeah, you're gonna start your DJ career there.
The 3-on-3, no varsity.
Yeah,
that's right.
Can't wait.
We might even have to throw you on the shirt. Well, you sponsor us, we'll sponsor you back, but no payment involved.
It's fine. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I'm so excited.
Well, it looks like we're both
be able to
losing
sleep because of his. Yeah.
Losing so much sleep.
Hey, so listen, if you ever want to FaceTime me during the night, it's cool. You can. I'll pick up.
I'll remember that.